Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the exhilarating audio production of Kelly and the Vape Clouds of Madness. Prepare yourself to be transported to a world teeming with raw emotions, hard-fought triumphs, and the electrifying clash of extraordinary powers. With every word, let your imagination soar as you become fully immersed in this captivating tale. So find a comfortable spot, lean back, and allow the story to unfurl before your eager ears.
Chapter 1. The Seeds of Envy. In the charming town of the town, where cobblestone streets intertwined like a tapestry and vibrant flowers adorned every windowsill, a delicate balance existed between the townspeople. Their lives were woven together with a shared love for creativity, whimsy, and storytelling. It was in this idyllic setting that the seeds of envy began to take root, threatening to unravel the harmony that once defined the town. Among the townsfolk, Kelly stood out as a pillar of kindness and goodwill. His imposing size, which he often referred to as his gentle giant stature, contrasted with his gentle demeanor and genuine heart. Kelly had an uncanny ability to lift the spirits of those around him, offering a warm smile and a helping hand whenever needed. His presence was a beacon of light, guiding the townspeople through the ebb and flow of their lives. However, unbeknownst to Kelly, his triumphs and genuine nature had unintentionally sparked envy in the heart of a man named Anthony. Anthony, a troubled soul plagued by his own insecurities, saw in Kelly a reflection of everything he felt he lacked: a sense of belonging, unconditional acceptance, and the adoration of the townspeople. Jealousy took hold of Anthony, growing like a gnarled vine that twisted around his heart. In the heart of the town, nestled amidst the verdant hills, lay the quaint town square, where the townspeople would gather to share stories, laughter, and celebrate their collective spirit. But within this cheerful tapestry, there still existed a dark undercurrent, fueled by whispers and sidelong glances. The tales of Kelly's folly and Kelly's gambit, while intended as lighthearted entertainment, had inadvertently become fodder for ridicule and mockery. The townspeople, unknowingly influenced by the stories, began to view Kelly through a distorted lens, perpetuating a narrative that undermined his true character. The shadows of doubt cast upon Kelly grew heavier with each passing day. He couldn't escape the taunts and snickers that followed him, fueled by misinterpretations and embellishments derived from Casey's stories. Deep within his gentle spirit, Kelly yearned for acceptance and understanding, yearned for the townsfolk to see beyond the exaggerated tales and embrace the true essence of who he was. As the sun bathed the town in its warm glow, casting long shadows upon the winding streets, the seeds of envy began to sprout within Anthony. He watched as Kelly's genuine warmth and authenticity endeared him to the townsfolk, while Anthony felt himself fading into the background. Envy consumed him like a relentless storm, distorting his perception of reality. The once harmonious streets of the town now hummed with whispered conversations and lingering glances. The spirit of the town began to waver under the weight of envy, threatening to unravel the very fabric that held it together. The delicate balance of creativity and imagination, once celebrated, now teetered on the edge of discord. Kelly, unaware of the brewing storm, continued to traverse the streets with a genuine smile, determined to spread joy and kindness. Yet, he couldn't shake the nagging feeling that something had shifted, that the town's perception of him had been tainted. He wrestled with his own self-doubt, questioning why he must bear the burden of these tales that painted an inaccurate picture of who he truly was.
Why must I be defined by the stories that others have woven around me? I know in my heart that my worth extends far beyond the words written on those pages. I must find the strength to rise above this cloud of envy and show the world the true essence of Kelly.
As the sun sank below the horizon, casting a final golden hue upon the town, the stage was set for a clash between envy and self-belief. The destinies of Kelly and Anthony, forever intertwined, were about to unfold in a battle that would test their resilience and redefine the very fabric of the town. The seeds of envy had been sown, and the delicate tapestry of the town trembled, caught in the grip of jealousy. The townspeople held their breath, unaware of the turbulent times that lay ahead, as the stage was set for an epic confrontation that would shape their lives and the fate of the town itself. Chapter 2. Chad's Departure. Amidst the growing jealousy and internal struggles, Kelly found solace in his friendship with Chad, a mentor and dear friend. Their bond, forged through shared experiences and heartfelt conversations, provided Kelly with strength and guidance in the face of adversity. But fate had other plans for their unbreakable connection. On a tranquil afternoon, as the sun bathed the town in a warm glow, Chad received an urgent message that would change the course of their lives. It was a call from his home planet, a plea for his assistance in a matter of utmost importance. Reluctantly, Chad realized that he had no choice but to answer this cosmic summons, leaving Kelly behind to face the brewing storm alone. The news struck Kelly like a thunderbolt, sending shockwaves through his heart. The absence of Chad, his loyal companion and confidant, created a void that seemed insurmountable. Yet, deep down, Kelly understood that Chad's duty extended beyond their friendship, and he respected his friend's decision to answer the call. As the day of departure loomed, Kelly and Chad spent every cherished moment together, savoring the memories they had built over the years. They strolled through the enchanting meadows, their laughter echoing through the gentle breeze. They revisited the places that held significance in their lives, soaking in the nostalgia and sharing stories that evoked both tears and laughter. The eve of Chad's departure arrived, cloaked in a bittersweet atmosphere. The townspeople, sensing the impending farewell, gathered in the town square to bid their beloved friend goodbye. The air crackled with a mixture of sorrow and gratitude as they stood united in their support for Chad's noble mission. Underneath the flickering lamplight, Kelly embraced Chad tightly, their friendship sealed with unspoken promises and unbreakable bonds. Chad's voice trembled with emotion as he whispered words of encouragement, assuring Kelly that he possessed the strength to face the challenges that lay ahead.
Kelly, my friend, you are destined for greatness. Remember, true triumph comes not from the accolades of others, but from the unwavering belief in yourself. You have touched the lives of many, and your light will continue to shine even in my absence. Stay strong, my dear friend.
With those heartfelt words, Chad embarked on his cosmic journey, leaving Kelly standing in the town square, his heart heavy with a mix of longing and determination. The townspeople gathered around him offered their unwavering support, forming a circle of love and encouragement. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months, but Kelly carried Chad's words deep within his soul. He drew strength from their friendship and the memories they shared, forging ahead with resilience and an unwavering spirit. Though he missed Chad dearly, he knew that his departure was not the end, but a new beginning, a catalyst for Kelly to discover his true potential. With each passing day, Kelly found solace in the lessons he had learned from Chad, the importance of self-belief, the power of friendship, and the resilience of the human spirit. The absence of his dear friend served as a constant reminder to honor Chad's legacy by staying true to himself and pursuing triumph on his own terms. Chapter 3. A Cat and Mouse Game. As Chad's departure left an empty space in Kelly's life, Anthony seized the opportunity to exploit Kelly's vulnerability. Anthony, a man driven by envy and fueled by his unique abilities, emerged as the primary antagonist in Kelly's story. To understand Anthony's motivations, we must delve into his backstory, shaped by a peculiar upbringing that molded him into a formidable supervillain. Born into a life of privilege, Anthony grew up in a lavish mansion perched on the outskirts of the town. But behind the opulent facade, his existence was marred by an overbearing mother who served his every need, smothering him with affection and satisfying his every whim. From a young age, Anthony never had to lift a finger or face the challenges that built character in others. His mother, Kathy, doted on him relentlessly, catering to his every desire. She would prepare elaborate feasts, filling the house with mouth-watering aromas, and indulge him with the most decadent carb-laden treats. Little did anyone know that these seemingly innocent acts of love would shape Anthony's destiny. As Anthony grew older, his dependency on his mother's constant attention and the comfort of indulgent meals fueled his sense of entitlement. But beneath the surface, a deep-seated envy began to fester. He watched with envious eyes as others triumphed through hard work and dedication, while he remained trapped in a bubble of his mother's making. One fateful day, as Anthony stumbled upon a vaping device left behind by a visiting friend, he discovered a newfound source of power. The billowing vape clouds mesmerized him, providing a temporary escape from the suffocating embrace of his mother's overprotective love. With each inhalation, Anthony felt a surge of confidence and control, as if he had unlocked a hidden potential within himself. Fueled by envy and emboldened by his newfound powers, Anthony's path took a dark turn. He delved deeper into his obsession with vaping and the addictive rush it provided. The vape smoke became an extension of his being, enabling him to manipulate it at will, obscuring his movements and enhancing his physical abilities. But it wasn't just vaping that fueled Anthony's villainous transformation. His addiction to carbs, nurtured by his mother's constant culinary indulgence, granted him incredible strength. He discovered that gorging on carb-loaded meals unleashed a surge of energy within him, empowering him to perform feats beyond the capabilities of an ordinary person. Armed with his vaping powers and carb-fueled strength, Anthony's envy morphed into a burning desire to overshadow Kelly's triumphs. He believed that by toppling Kelly, he could finally emerge from the shadow of his mother's smothering love and carve a name for himself in the town. And so the cat-and-mouse game between Kelly and Anthony began, with Anthony relentlessly pursuing Kelly, aiming to extinguish the light that shone upon him. Kelly, sensing the looming danger, found himself entangled in a thrilling battle of wits and agility. He maneuvered through the alleys and rooftops of the town, always one step ahead of Anthony's vape smoke and carb-fueled rage. With each encounter, the tension escalated, showcasing the stark contrast between Kelly's genuine heart and Anthony's twisted envy. Kelly's determination to protect his hard-earned happiness clashed with Anthony's desperate desire to reclaim what he believed was rightfully his. As the town witnessed the clash of powers, the atmosphere crackled with anticipation. Kelly knew that defeating Anthony meant not only protecting himself, but also liberating his adversary from the shackles of envy that bound him. Chapter 4. The Showdown at the Commonwealth. Atop the towering Commonwealth building, Kelly and Anthony faced off in a climactic final showdown. The air crackled with tension as they stood on the precipice of their destinies, their eyes locked in a battle of wills. The stage was set for an epic confrontation that would determine the fate of both men. The Commonwealth building, a grand structure that stood as the heart of the town, provided a fitting backdrop for this monumental clash. Its majestic architecture loomed over the town, its tall spires reaching toward the heavens. The wind whistled through the gaps, carrying with it a sense of anticipation and trepidation. Kelly, driven by his indomitable spirit and a deep sense of righteousness, stood tall and resolute. He had fought against the odds his entire life, overcoming physical and emotional challenges that threatened to define him. His triumphs had shaped him into a beacon of hope, a symbol of resilience for the people. Anthony, on the other hand, exuded a palpable aura of bitterness and resentment. His envy had consumed him, transforming him into a formidable adversary. His powers of manipulating vape smoke and harnessing strength from his addiction to carbs had become extensions of his twisted psyche, augmenting his physical abilities and enhancing his determination to bring Kelly down. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the rooftop, Kelly and Anthony prepared for the ultimate battle. Their footsteps echoed against the cold stone, heightening the gravity of the moment. The townspeople watched from afar, their faces etched with concern and anticipation as the fate of their beloved town hung in the balance. Kelly's heart pounded in his chest, his mind a whirlwind of thoughts and emotions. He knew that defeating Anthony was not just about protecting himself. It was about liberating Anthony from the grip of envy that had consumed him. He hoped that, deep down, there was a sliver of humanity left within Anthony, waiting to be awakened. Anthony, fueled by his twisted desires, exuded a frenetic energy. The vape smoke swirled around him, casting an ethereal glow while his bulging thighs strained against his pants, a testament to his carb-fueled strength. His eyes burned with an intensity that matched the inferno within him, a determination to extinguish Kelly's light and claim the triumph he believed was rightfully his. The tension reached its peak as Kelly and Anthony stepped forward, their bodies poised for action. The wind picked up, whipping through their hair and clothes, as if nature itself recognized the significance of this moment. The townspeople held their breath, their collective gaze fixed upon the two combatants, waiting for the clash that would determine their fate. And then, without warning, the battle commenced. Kelly's movements were fluid and precise, his agility a testament to the strength he had gained from his past triumphs. He evaded Anthony's lunges with remarkable dexterity, countering with measured strikes that showcased both his physical prowess and the indomitable spirit within him. Anthony, fueled by his envy and empowered by his powers, fought with a ferocity born from desperation. He unleashed clouds of vape smoke, attempting to obscure Kelly's vision and gain an advantage. But Kelly, guided by his unwavering resolve, saw through the haze, his senses sharpened by the battles he had fought before. Blow after blow, the clash of powers reverberated through the night. The sound of their grunts and the clash of their fists echoed across the rooftop, blending with the gasps and whispers of the townspeople below. Each strike carried the weight of their struggles, their triumphs, and the unspoken hopes of a community yearning for resolution. As the battle raged on, it became clear that Kelly's triumph over his own past had fortified him. He drew upon the lessons he had learned, the resilience he had developed, and the belief that true triumph came not from envy, but from the strength of one's character. Chapter 5. The Betrayal of Smoke and Carbs. The clash between Kelly and Anthony reached its crescendo as the rooftop of the Commonwealth building became a battleground of power and emotions. The air crackled with energy as the two adversaries circled each other, their eyes locked in a fierce gaze. Kelly, fueled by his unwavering spirit and the determination to overcome Anthony's envy-fueled powers, remained steadfast. His breath came in measured, controlled intervals as he anticipated his opponent's next move. He knew that this battle was not just about physical strength, but about the power of conviction and the triumph of the human spirit. Anthony, consumed by his envy and addiction, unleashed his powers with a ferocity that matched his inner turmoil. Vape smoke billowed around him, forming intricate patterns that threatened to obscure Kelly's vision. His bulging muscles flexed with each movement, a manifestation of the strength he drew from his addiction to carbs.
Anthony, this envy has consumed you, but there is still a chance for redemption. Let go of your anger and embrace the power of true triumph.
Anthony sneered, his eyes burning with a mixture of rage and defiance.
Redemption? You think you can save me? I don't need your pity, Kelly. I am more powerful than you can ever imagine.
With a sudden surge of power, Anthony propelled himself forward, his body enveloped in a swirling vortex of vape smoke. He lunged at Kelly, aiming to overwhelm him with sheer force. Kelly's reflexes kicked in and he sidestepped the attack with a graceful maneuver. He retaliated with a series of swift strikes, each blow carrying the weight of his struggles and determination to free Anthony from the grip of envy. Their movements became a dance of power and agility, a battle of wills played out through fists and evasive maneuvers. The townspeople watched in awe and trepidation, their gasps punctuating the rhythmic clashes of the combatants. Amidst the flurry of blows, Anthony's addiction to carbs began to betray him. His movements grew sluggish, his once formidable strength waning. The very source of his power now hindered him, weighing him down both physically and mentally. Kelly seized the opportunity, delivering a powerful strike that sent Anthony sprawling backward. As Anthony struggled to regain his footing, his eyes widened with a mix of desperation and realization.
No, this can't be happening. I won't let you take this away from me.
Kelly approached Anthony cautiously, his voice filled with compassion.
Anthony, it's not about taking anything away from you. It's about finding your own path to triumph. Envy will only lead to darkness, but there is a chance for you to embrace the light.
Anthony's expression twisted in a mixture of anger and defiance.
I will never be like you, Kelly. I will always be superior.
With one final surge of energy, Anthony unleashed a massive wave of vape smoke and charged at Kelly, his fists clenched in determination. Kelly, drawing upon his inner strength, met the attack head on. The clash of their powers sent shockwaves rippling through the air, a symbol of the internal struggle they both faced. The battle waged on, each strike resonating with the weight of their pasts and the choices that led them to this moment. The rooftop became a battlefield of conflicting emotions as Kelly fought to show Anthony the path to true triumph while Anthony clung to his misguided sense of superiority. Chapter 6. Unveiling Shadows. In a climactic moment, Kelly's final blow sent Anthony sprawling to the ground, defeated and broken. The impact echoed through the air, resonating with the collective gasp of the onlookers. As Anthony lay motionless, the town erupted in cheers, their voices blending with the sound of triumphant music that filled the streets. Standing atop the Commonwealth building, Kelly reveled in his hard-earned victory. His heart pounded with a mix of exhilaration and relief, his body covered in bruises and sweat, a testament to the arduous battle he had endured. The townspeople hailed him as a symbol of resilience and triumph, their admiration shining brightly in their eyes. With every cheer, Kelly's spirit soared, fueled by the realization that his triumphs were not merely personal achievements, but sources of inspiration for others. He knew that the battles he had fought and the lessons he had learned would serve as a guiding light in the face of the challenges that lay ahead. As the cheers subsided, a palpable sense of anticipation hung in the air. The townspeople, still basking in the euphoria of victory, looked to Kelly with a mixture of admiration and curiosity. They sensed that this was not just the conclusion of a single chapter, but the beginning of a new and exciting phase in their lives. Kelly, catching his breath, felt the weight of responsibility settle upon his shoulders. He understood that the shadows of adversity and new trials awaited him, testing his mettle and resolve. But his determination remained unshakable, a flame that burned bright within his soul. However, amidst the celebration, a figure emerged from the crowd, stepping into the spotlight with a sinister aura. It was Jim Jester, a man known for his cunning and mysterious ways. His eyes gleamed with malice as he observed the aftermath of the battle, his presence casting an unsettling shadow over the scene. Jim Jester had always been a shadowy figure in the town, lurking on the outskirts, his actions shrouded in secrecy. Rumors whispered that he possessed dark powers and a mind twisted by envy and resentment. Kelly's victory had unleashed a storm within Jim Jester, fueling his desire to claim what he believed was rightfully his. But it was not only Jim Jester's malevolent presence that sent chills down Kelly's spine. It was the sight of a peculiar bulge protruding from Jim Jester's ill-fitting gray or white shirt, pulsating with a sickly glow. Unbeknownst to Jim Jester, his negligence in seeking medical attention for a growing hernia had combined with the radiation from the nearby Domino sugar factory, granting the bulge a twisted sentience. The bulge seemed to have a life of its own, an embodiment of the darkness that had taken root within Jim Jester's heart. Its sinister expression hinted at the hidden depths of malevolence lurking within, a reminder that even in the face of triumph, new threats could arise from the most unexpected places. As Kelly's gaze shifted from Jim Jester to the vast expanse of the sky above, a bittersweet smile curved his lips. He thought of his friend and mentor, the one who had guided him with unwavering support and an unrelenting sense of humor. In that moment, Kelly whispered to the heavens, his voice filled with a mix of longing and gratitude.
My friend, I hope you're up there enjoying the rewards of your wisdom and humor. As our paths cross again, I'll carry your spirit with me.
As his words hung in the air, the story of Kelly's tribulations began to fade, leaving behind a sense of anticipation and the certainty that new challenges and shadows would emerge. Kelly braced himself, ready to face whatever awaited him in the pursuit of true fulfillment, armed with the lessons learned and the strength he had discovered within himself.
The end, yo.
This has been an audio production of Kelly and the Vape Clouds of Madness. We hope you have enjoyed this presentation. Fair use is codified under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, parody, satire, and research. Both parody and satire use humor as a tool to convey a message, but each serves a different purpose. Parody imitates the style of a particular creator with deliberate exaggerations for comedic effect. The story, all names, characters, and incidents portrayed in this production are fictitious. No identification with actual persons living or deceased, places, buildings, and products is intended or should be inferred.